Hello guys, welcome to our another video. This is part 4. In previous video, we have already discussed about the Euclid division lemma and exercise 1.1. In this video, we will study about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic and solve exercise 1.2. Now let's start. Students, first of all, we will study about the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique except for the order of its factors. प्रत्येक भाज्य संख्या को अभाज्य गुणनखंडों के रूप में व्यक्त किया जा सकता है. यही हमारी फंडामेंटल थ्योरम ऑफ अरिथमेटिक है. We will understand this theorem with the help of a question. Suppose we have a number 32,760. We will factorize it. Since the digit ends with 0, so it will be divided by 2. As long as the number is divisible by 2, we will divide it. If the number is not divisible by 2, then we use the next prime number and so on. So when we will divide 32,760 by 2, we get 16,380. It is even divisible by 2, so when we divide it by 2, we get 8,190. It is also divisible by 2, so 2 4s are 8. When we go on 1, it is not divisible by 2, so here is 0. Now 2 9s are 18 and remaining 1 and 2 5s are 10. Now it is not divisible by 2, so we go to the next prime number, that is 3. And when we divide by 3, we will get 1365. It is again divisible by 3, so 3 4s are 12, remainder 1, 1 and 6 16, 3 5s are 15 and 3 5s are 15. Now it is divisible by 5. 5 9s are 45 and 5 1s are 5. Now it is divisible by 7. So 7 1s are 7, remainder is 2, 2 1 21, 7 3s are 21. Now it is divisible by 13. So 13 1s are 13. So we can express it as a product of prime numbers, and we can write that 32,760 is equal to 1 2 3 3 times 2, 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 7 and multiply by 13. And we can also write it in the form of exponent. So here 2 is 3 times, so we can write 2 raise 3 multiply by 3 raise 2 multiply by 5 multiply by 7 multiply by 13. So we can say that every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique except for the order of its factor. Now we shall learn to find HCF and LCM of two numbers by factorization. We have two options. Either we find HCF and LCM separately or together. First, we will find them together. Now, for getting HCF and LCM, we use common division method. There are some steps for common division method. First of all, write numbers and separate it by a comma. Second, write common prime factors on the left side. Third, write quotients and undivided numbers underneath. Continue till the numbers co-prime. And LCM will be the product of common factors and numbers in the last line, and the HCF only product of common factors on the left. Now we understand this by an example. Suppose we have two numbers. The numbers is 16 and 20. In the first step, we write numbers separated by a comma and then draw an L-shaped line like this. Then we look for a common factor of two numbers and write it here. We are seeing that 2 is the common factor of both the numbers. Then we write it here on the left side. Then we write quotient underneath. 2 times 8 is 16 and 2 times 10 is 20. Since these numbers means 8 and 10 are not co-prime, so we go back to the second steps and continue the process. Two fours are 8 and 2 fives are 10. We stop here since 4 and 5 are co-prime numbers. They have no common factor except 1. So the product of numbers in L shape, the product of number in L shape gives us the LCM of numbers. So LCM will be equal to product of 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 4 and multiply by 5. That is equal to 2 2s are 4, 4s are 16, 5s are 80. But how does this give the HCF? HCF is the product of the factor on the left gives us the HCF. Left means 2 multiply by 2. So HCF equal to 2 multiply by 2, that is 4. So this method gives us the LCM as well as HCF of two numbers. Now let's see another interesting concept about the HCF and LCM of two numbers. First, we find the product of LCM and HCF. $80 multiplied by 4, that is equal to 320. Second, we find the product of two numbers 16 multiplied by 20, and that is also equal to 320. And this will always be true that the product of LCM and HCF of two numbers is equal to product of two numbers, or vice versa. The product of two numbers is always to product of LCM and HCF of two numbers. So we can say that product of two numbers is equal to product of their LCM and HCF. Means suppose if we have two numbers in the form of AB, then A multiply B will be equal to LCM of AB multiply HCF of AB. It is always true for two numbers. But this method is used only for two numbers. Now we take another example. Suppose we have two numbers 72 and 120. Now we use the common division method. Here 2 is common, then when we divide 72 and 120 by 2, we get 2 3 are 6 and 2 6 are 12. 2 6 are 12 and 0. Again it is divisible by 2, so 2 times 18 is 36 and 2 times 30 is 60. It is again divisible by 2, so 2 9s are 18 and 2 1s are 2, remaining 1, 2 5s are 10. Now it is not divisible by 2, so we go on 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. So LCM will be equal to 2 multiply 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3 and multiply by 5. That is equal to 360. We can write the prime factorization in the form of exponent. Then it will be write as, here 2 is 3 times, so we can write 2 to the power 3. 3 is 2 times, so we can write 3 to the power 2 and multiply by 5. Means 2 to the power 3, that is 8. 3 to the power 2, that is 9. Multiply by 5, that is equal to 360. To find the SCF, we multiply the common factor that is on the left side. So SCF equal to 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3, and when we write in the form of exponent, then it is 2 to the power 3 multiply by 3, that is 8 multiply by 3 equal to 24. Now here arises a tricky question. We have to find the product of HCF and LCM of 72 and 120. We have to find the product of we have to find the product of HCF and LCM of 72 and 120. What would you normally do? Using the common division method, you will first find LCM and HCF. LCM and HCF. Then you will multiply them. But it is not the correct way. You need to only simple method, that HCF multiply by LCM, means the product of HCF and LCM of two numbers is equal to product of given numbers. Means if we have to find the product of SCF and LCM of two numbers, we need not to find the SCF and LCM. We can directly find it by multiplying the given number. So the given number is 72, 120. Then the multiplication will be 8640. So the product of HCF and LCM of 72 and 120 will be equal to 8640. Now we learn find SCF and LCM of 3 or more numbers. So first of all, factorize each of the given positive integers and express them as a product of powers of primes in ascending order. HCF is the product of each common prime factors having the smallest power, and LCM is the product of each prime factor having the greatest power. Let's we understand it by an example. Suppose we have three numbers 18, 20 and 30. First we find common factor. So we get the factorization of each number separately. First we find the factors of 18. 2 9s are 18, 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are 3. So the prime factorization of 18 can be written in the form 2 into, here 3 is 2 times, so we write 2 into 3 to the power 2. Now we find the prime factor of 20. So 2 10s are 20, 2 5s are 10 and 5 1s are 5. So we can write 20 equal to, here 2 is 2 times, so we can write 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 5. And third number is 30. When we divide 30 by 2 we get 15. Now 3 5s are 15 and now 5 1s are 5. So the common factor of 30 can be written as 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5. So we have studied that HCF is the product of each common prime factor having the smallest power. We are seeing that 2 is a common factor that is available in each numbers 18, 20 and 30. So 2 is a common factor, but the having the smallest power. Then smallest power is 2. And there is no other common factor except 2. 3 is available in 18 and 30, but it is not available in 20's factor, so we cannot take 3. On the other hand, 5 is available in 20 and 30, but it is not available in 18, so SCF is only 2. And to find the LCM, because LCM is the product of each prime factor having the greatest power. So 2, we have 2, 3 and 5. So the greatest power of 2 is 2. 2 to the power 2. And other factor is 3 and greatest power is 2. So we take 3 to the power 2. And the next is 5. So it will become 4 and 3 to the power 2 will become 9 multiplied by 5 and we get 180. So HCF of 18, 20 and 30 is 2 and LCM of 18, 20 and 30 is 180. Now we study about a special case. We will see that there are two special cases we need to look at. Suppose we have been given two numbers. We have been given two numbers. When one number is multiple of other, and second, no common. No common factor means it is co-prime. When two number is multiple of other, suppose we have two numbers 4 and 8, 21 and 7. We are seeing that 8 is multiple of 4 and 21 is multiple of 7. So in this case, if we have to find out the HCF, then it will always be the smallest number. 4 and 8. 8 is the multiple of 4. So what is the smallest number? 4 or 8? Yes, 4 is the smallest number. Then HCF will be smallest number. So HCF will be 4. And LCM is always the greater number. So the greater number is 8. Similarly, in the next numbers, 21 is the multiple of 7. So 7 will be HCF and 21 will be LCM. And second case, when they have no common factor except 1, means they are co-prime. Then what about the second case? Suppose we have two numbers 4 and 7 or 3 and 5. We are seeing that both numbers are co-prime. So in this case, HCF always equal to 1. It will always be 1. And to find the LCM will always equal to the product of two numbers. Such type of numbers, if we want to find LCM, then we should multiply them. So LCM will be equal to product of two numbers. Now we shall solve question of exercise 1.2. So the first question is express each number as a product of its prime factor. So in your textbook there are 5 types of question. One is 140, 156, 3825, 5005 and 7429. So we will solve the question number 3. Since the number does not end at 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8, so it is not divisible by 2. So we check by other prime numbers. If the sum of these numbers is divisible by 3, then the number will divisible by 3. The sum of 3, 8, 2, 5, 3, 8, 11, 11 and 2, 13, 5, 18. So it is divisible by 3. When we divide it by 3, we get 1275. Now again it is divisible by 3. So 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. Now it is not divisible by 3 because the sum of these numbers 4, 2, 6, 5, 11 and 11 does not come in the table of 3. So it is not divisible by 3. So we divide it by 5. If the number ends with 0 or 5, then it is divisible by 5. So 5 8s are 40 and remaining 2 and 5 5s are 25. 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35. Now it is divisible by 17. So 3825 can be expressed as a product of prime numbers 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 5 and multiply by 7, and we can write it in the exponent form. Then it will be equal to 3 raised 2 multiply by 5 raised 2 and multiply by 7. Now we go on the question number 2, that is find the LCM and HCF of the following pair of integers and verify that product of LCM and HCF will be equal to product of the two numbers. Here we take question number 2, that is 510 and 92. First of all, we find the HCF and LCM by using the common division method separately. So first we find the factors of 510. It is divisible by 2. So we get 2 2s are 4, remaining 1, 2 5s are 10, remaining 1, 2 5s are 10. Now it is divisible by 5. 3 8s are 24, remaining 1, 3 5s are 15. 5 1s are 5, 5 7s are 35, and now it is divisible by 17. And the next is 92. 2 4s are 8, 2 6s are 12. 2 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Now it is divisible by directly 23, 23 1s are 23. So we can write 510 equal to 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 17, and 92 can be written as 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 23. So SCF, we are seeing that we can write it 2 to the power 2 and multiply by 23. So HCF is the product of common factor having smallest power. So it is 2. and LCM is the product of each prime number having greatest power. So we are seeing that 2, its greatest power is 2, and 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 17 and multiply by 23. So LCM equal to 23,460. Now we have to verify that LCM multiplied by SCM is equal to product of the two numbers. Now check it. LCM multiplied by HCF is always equal to product of two given numbers. Then LCM is 23,460 and HCF is 2, and the number is 510 multiplied by 92. When we multiply, then we find that the multiplication of both sides are same, and we get 46,920 on the left side, and same multiplication, same product we will find on the right side, that is 46,920. Now we go on the next question. Question number 4. Given that SCF of 306 and 657 is 9, then find LCM of 306 and 657. We know that the product of two numbers is always equal to SCF and LCM. So the number is 306 multiplied by 657, and HCF is 9 multiplied by LCM of 306 and 657. So we have to find the LCM of 306 and 657. We left it. LCM 306 and 657. Then 9 will divide the product of 306 and 657. And 9 1 ja 9, 9 3 ja 27, and 9 4 ja 36. So LCM of 306 and 657 is equal to 34 multiplied by 657, that is 22,338. Now question number 5. It is given that we have to prove that the 6 to the power n will ends with 0 or not. First of all, we find the prime factor of 6. 2 3 ja 6, 3 3 ja 1. So the prime factorization of 6 is equal to 2 multiplied by 3. So we can write 6 to the power 9 equal to 2 multiplied by 3 to the whole power n. 6 to the power n equal to 2 multiplied by 3 to the power n. We are seeing that prime factorization of 6 to the power n does not contain 5 as a factor. Hence, 6n can never, 6 to the power n can never end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. And always remember that number ending with 0 must have factors 2 and 5. Now we go question number 6, that is explain why 7 multiplied by 11 multiplied by 13 plus 13 and 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. So we take the second part. 7 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 and multiplied by 1 plus 5. Now write the prime factors in the exponent form and write the same number together. But before writing this, first of all, we write the given numbers in the multiple form in terms of prime factors. So 7, the prime factor of 6 equal to 2 into 3. 5, prime factors of 4, 2 multiplied by 2, multiply 3 and 2 ones are 2. Now write the prime factors in the exponent form and write the same number together. So here 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here 2 is 4 times. 2 to the power 4. 3 here 2 times. So multiply by 3 raised 2. Multiply by 7, and now we write the 5 together. Multiply by 5 plus 5. Now take 5 common from here. 2 to the power 4, 3 to the power 2, multiply by 7 and multiply by, we take 5 common from here, then 5 ones are 5 plus 5 ones are 5. So 2 to the power 4 multiply by 3 to the power 2 multiply by 7 multiply by 5 and 1 plus 1 will become 2. Now we can write it. Two to the power 4 here and here 2 to the power 1. So it will become 2 to the power 5 multiply by 3 to the power 2 multiply by 7 and multiply by 5. After solving it, we can write it in the ascending order. So 2 to the power 5, 3 to the power 2 multiply by 5 and multiply by 7. So we can say that it is a composite number because we can express it as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique except for the order of its factors. So guys, question number 7 you can solve yourself. You will have to find the LCM of both numbers. Now we understand a very important question, that it is find the largest positive integer that will divide 398, 436 and 542, leaving remainders 7, 11 and 15 respectively. So it is given that on dividing 398, 436 and 542 by the required number, we have remainder 7, 11 and 15 respectively. It means that we should subtract the remainder from the given numbers. Then first of all, we will subtract the remainder from the given number respectively. So 398 minus 7, we shall get 391, and 436 minus 11, we get 425, and 542 minus 15, we shall get 527. Then 391, 425 and 527 will be divisible by the required number. So the required number will be the HCF of 391, 425 and 527. The prime factorization will be, when we get the prime factor of these numbers, we will obtain that 391 will be equal to 17 multiplied by 23, 425 will be equal to 5 raised 2 multiplied by 17, and 527 will be equal to 17 multiplied by 31. So we are seeing that 17 is a common prime factor, so HCF will be equal to 17. Hence the required number is 17 that can divide 391, 425 and 527. So we shall meet in our next video and we solve exercise 1.3. Thank you for today. Like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.